to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali, a spiritual consultant and real estate businessman. Remember, for those of you that are having spiritual problems, feel free to contact me. Those of you that have properties to sell, you can also contact me. Those of you who lent your friend and family money and you cannot get it back and you have an agreement with them, you can also contact me at 339-1670 or 238-6716. Set up an appointment and we can meet. I want to say a special good night to you viewers of Real Talk in Trinidad and Tobago, of the Caribbean and around the globe. I want to say a special good night to the viewers of our page, Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Like and share as we go live. Those of you on YouTube, a special good night to you. Subscribe, like, hit the bell, and you would know when we go live. Now viewers, I'm giving you this time to call your friends, call your family, let them know Real Talk is on the air. And remember, we are even on direct TV on channel 134, that is Synergy Station, and you will see Real Talk live. So viewers, we have a packed program tonight, and I will be with you right after this break.
These days, it's easy to buy USA products online, but it's hard to get them delivered around the globe due to high shipping costs and custom regulations. At B&H Tropicals Limited, we give you access to thousands of USA stores and unlimited possibilities. B&H is there to make shipping from the US easy and affordable, with rates going at US $2.75, only TT $18.98 per pound. No credit cards needed. Start shipping with B&H Tropicals today. For more information, visit www.bhtropicals.com and become a free member or call 1-868-672-8819. Only our paid members will have free delivery. At B&H Tropicals Limited, we've got all your shipping needs covered.
Get your ad on the show that matters. Real Talk with Saieed Ali. It's engaging, entertaining, and straight to the point. Real Talk brings the issues of the day to the people. It's Real Talk with Saieed Ali. It's local, regional, and international. It's Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Get your ad now. Call 1-868-237-3135 or 1-868-339-1670.
It's official. Synergy TV is now part of your programming lineup on DirecTV. Find us on channel 134, available for both prepaid and postpaid customers. Synergy TV. Real vibes, real entertainment, real TV. Now transmitting on channel 134 on DirecTV.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Tonight we are going to touch on the gas issue that occurred today. Unipet experienced a nationwide shutdown in its gas service on Tuesday due to an effort to reduce its operation costs. Areas such as Santa Cruz, Charleville, Chaguanas, Freeport, Cocorite, and Couva were affected from the shortage of gas supply. Now viewers, feel free to call in and voice your concern. 238-6716. Let me hear what you have to say. We are talking about gas in Trinidad and Tobago. We are talking about the gas that you fill in your car tank to go from point A to point B. is it acceptable that a big company such as Unipet in Trinidad and Tobago, and they are having this problem? As a result of this, long lines have been forming at the NP service station. Subsequently to this, Unipet issued a statement and noted, and I quote, "In an effort to reduce our operation costs, Unipet has had no alternative but to cut back our operations today, Tuesday, with gas station schedules to reopen on Wednesday, October 29 at 6 a.m. end quote. Now, we are talking about gas. Without having gas in your vehicle, we cannot go from point A to point B. So imagine the long lines that occurred today at service station throughout Trinidad. Just imagine that. Santa Cruz, Charleville, Shawana's, Freeport, Cocorite, and Couva. We're talking about gas. NP had, Unipet had no alternative but to cut back our operations today. So is this acceptable, viewers? Big company like a gas company, they want to cut back on operation. What is that telling the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago? Caller, good night.
Yeah, good night, Saieed.
Go right ahead.
Yes. So, I was listening earlier where Unipet said that because of the Green Levy Fund and all the additional taxes is what caused them to do that, for the shutdown today. So, if it is that you're not making money, you're not going to get into business. Now, I don't know how true it is because I'm not affiliated with them, but I just going with what I heard. So, probably the government need to look at that as well.
I understand
so
what you're
they could
saying.
probably minimize this problem in the future. Yeah.
Thank you, my friend. Now, viewers, you see, this is why I just like to remind you all of those in authority, of what they say and what is taking place. Now remember, the Prime Minister said we are not going to shut down the refinery, but the refinery shut down. Because of Green Levy funds going up. Unipet now, a big supplier of gas in Trinidad and Tobago, they are cutting back cost on production. So if they cut back cost on production now, what do you think is going to take place in Trinidad and Tobago? You be the judge. We are talking about gas. We are talking about, it's like vitamin to the body. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead.
Yes, I have 2 points. One, does it have a different arrangement with Petrotrin and Unipet in sales and buying of gas and so on, a different arrangement? And second, people in Tobago who went over from Trinidad went over to Tobago is stranded in the airport by the hundred, and Caribbean Airlines is doing nothing about that. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Now listen to this, sir. Subsequent to this report, Paria Fueling Trading Company Limited indicated that there are no shortage of fuel in the local market. Paria says it has healthy inventories of all categories of liquid fuel, with road tank wagon from both NP and Unipep being filled at a point-a-pay gantry this weekend. So Paria is saying that they have fuel. So you have fuel, but you have Unipet now struggling to keep up abreast with the economical cost. So why don't you all come together now and work out something, because if Unipet now cannot control this matter that we are dealing with, are we going into a disaster? Caller, good night.
Hello?
You go right ahead.
Hello? Hello?
Yes?
Could I speak now?
Yes, go right ahead. You're live on Real Talk.
Yes, Mr. Ali. I am going on to the next different story. A man came to my house, take pipe. He scorned me nearly $20,000. Tell me he could get my, which is the travel now. But passport, my visa. And play talking on the phone in my gallery to the man in the embassy, which I realized that he wasn't talking to the man in the gallery. He's from Belmont, he named Sandy Craig.
Call me tomorrow.
And give me.
Call me tomorrow, 339-1670 or 238-6716. Set up an appointment and come see me. Now, it says NP loaded 44,000 barrels of fuel, while Unipet loaded just over 10,000 barrels at the gantry. That is in Pointe-à-Pied. Now, viewers, I want a little understand what's taking place here. Unipet had to shut down in order to cut operation costs. So if they can't manage the operation costs, what's going to happen? You think about it. Because for the gas station shutting down in Trinidad for one day, for some, it will say, well, that's just a one day. But what about if you can't contain the situation now, and you have to shut down 2 days and 3 days for the week? What is going to take place? Caller, good night.
Hi, good night.
Go right ahead.
Salam alaikum.
Audio. Hello?
Salam alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
How come you can handsome as usual? How come pension didn't get raised a bit? Old age pension, how come they didn't raise it?
Thank you for calling in, my dear. I want you all to understand the situation that is facing Trinidad and Tobago. If by chance Unipet cannot control this matter that they are dealing with, if they can't control the operation cost, what's going to happen in Trinidad and Tobago? We might take this as something that we could just laugh off. You understand? But what about the individuals who have to go to work and cannot get gas for their car to go to work now? What is going to take place? This is an issue that could bring a disaster right here in Trinidad. And we would be wondering what caused it. So Unipet, Minister of Finance, the Minister of Energy, they need to sit down and plan a proper structure or reduce the green levy. That is what they need to do. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saieed.
Go right ahead.
I calling from the Arrow.
My Arrow, welcome.
Yes, I in the chronic disease clinic, and I was at the clinic today, and there is no water, no drinking water in the hospital. I walk with one bottle of water, when the water finish, I'm looking for water, no water.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, my dear.
Yes.
Switching gears a bit, the Movement for Social Justice, MSJ, on Monday indicated to the media that they will be involved with the mobilization and with solidarity with organizations that have been calling for the legalization of marijuana. Caller, good night.
Very good evening to Mr. Said.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Yes, the Prime Minister said in the news tonight that quite a lot of people is being paid for jobs that is not getting done. And I agree with him. Let's start with the government and the parliament first. 2, I stop feeling sorry for people who losing their money. You know why? They say a fool and his money soon part. People, if you have to get a visa, you have to get it from the U.S. Embassy. No man on the street can promise you and tell you he know people and how much money it go cost. People stop being foolish. And all this other warning people again, all this Baba Vikram and Ravi Rex and all these people who is conning people at the money, telling them they could get things done for them in 7 days, financial problems solved in 7 days. Well, then the Coleman Board should go and solve the country financial problem in 7 days. So people, if you're a Christian, be a good Christian. If you're a Muslim, be a good Muslim. If you're a Hindu, be a good Muslim. Don't get up with all them astrologers and them set of conmen. People, careful, warning all your side.
Thank you, my friend. The MSG leader, David Abdullah, noted that medical marijuana can be effective in treating ailments such as asthma and epilepsy. He also indicated that it was through the public pressure that the government was going to move on the issue of legalizing marijuana. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, Mr. Saeed.
Go right ahead.
With the gas shortage, they were going on. Why import them to open the market so anybody could send in gas to this country? But they want people license to bring gas to the country. That's their problem. But if they open the market free,
yes,
that is from America, anybody can sell gas in America. They can open the market free. So anybody can import on gas. So you don't have no problem for that.
True.
They refinery that goes down out of place to get gas.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Thank you, my friend. So would you support David Abdullah in moving forward with the legalization of marijuana? Do you support that? Would it be a benefit to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago? Would it be a benefit in any way to patients that are using it? You tell me. You see, this is issues that we are facing. And we need solution for issues in Trinidad. Otherwise, we will go downhill. I keep saying that every day. Every day I keep saying that. Via an official statement from the Judiciary Chief Justice Ivor Archie will be out of the jurisdiction on official business from Tuesday 29th of October 2019 to Saturday 9th November 2019. Only 26 days ago, the 3rd of October 2019, the Law Association of Trinidad and Tobago has filed a lawsuit against Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley over his decision to reject its investigation into misconduct allegation levied against Chief Justice Ivor Archie. So I ask you all, why? Why did the Prime Minister reject an investigation into Ivor Archie? Who are you protecting? If you are the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago or any other country, and the security force of that country wants to investigate someone that is holding authority, why would you, the Prime Minister of the country, reject its investigation? Does it mean that you are protecting someone? Does it mean that there's something to hide? What? Being the Prime Minister, you have to be straight. You have to be straight because all eyes are on you. And knowing that you are rejecting the investigation, it says something to the public. It says that there's something to hide. Because if TTPS wants to investigate Saeed, go right ahead. I would not object because there is nothing to hide. So think about that. I am bringing points to you, the people. Caller, good night.
What I want to say, you can't believe this. Up to this morning in the news, I'm a taxi driver. Up to this morning in the news, the news come and say, don't, that's fake thing with the gas, that's for red gas. Look what happened now. You can't believe this government is nothing else. And this one with marijuana thing, you only use that to get government. You don't really care about this country. Right? You don't care about this country. And the thing is, this country going to don't really go. We on the streets. We know that there is government. Government carry this country down because we drive taxi and you hear passengers talking in their car. What they say, we waiting for a pump to explain this place. They don't even understand that we on the road know what's going to happen here. They're going to explode. And this one they call David Abdullah. They're going to deal with it because he's just using this as an excuse to get into power, right? Then he and the union those control this country. They rob these people all this, robbing people all the time. Now they want to just get and this government they can never deal with this man every word of the life.
Thank you, my friend. Switching gears a bit, parents, children and teachers of the Claxton Bay Junior Anglican School protested on Tuesday once again. However, this time they were met by PNM MP Lavelle Francis, who is asking for 2 weeks again to house the children at the Marbella Junior Secondary School, which is currently being renovated. Real Talk spoke to a parent who coordinated this protest action on Tuesday. She indicated that Mr. Lavelle Francis has promised to meet with parents every week. Let's just hope he could keep it up. Real Talk Media will be following this story closely. Now, like I said, viewers, you knew the school was going to be shut down, but yet you did not put anything in place to relocate the students while you were allocating funds to repair the primary school. You came, you visit, you shut down. Caller, good night.
Yes, Mr. Sai.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk.
The MSJ want to legalize marijuana, but we will have to build some more madhouses all in the forest.
Thank you, my friend. Now, viewers, with the 2020 general election approaching us here in Trinidad and Tobago, a few political parties have joined the lineup, one of which is Progressive Party. Limited insight have been given about the Progressive Party. Do we have the individual on the line? Now, Progressive Party is run by Mr. John Paul Edwards, political leader of the Progressive Party, who will be contesting the 2020 general election. Good night, sir.
Hi, good evening.
Thank you for taking the time out to join us on Real Talk. Now, I have 3 questions for you. Is your party still contesting the 2020 general election?
Yes, we definitely are.
Okay. As the election season 2020 gets closer, what would you like to tell the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago?
Well, I definitely want the Trinbagonian population to understand that 2020 is a defining moment, and the option of not voting at all and thinking that by not voting you're actually doing something positive, we need to remove that notion. Here we have an opportunity to really and truly decide on the country's future. To say that the options are only PNM and UNC, that is a total lie. You have other options, even options besides the Progressive Party. And I think it's time the population think long and hard about which party, which candidate would be the best to take their constituency forward and the country as a whole forward. So we have some serious decisions to make, and the Progressive Party is working on presenting itself as a viable option because you have young people who over the years have felt marginalized. You have other minority groups who feel as though they don't have a say when it comes to decision making in the country. So we're trying to bring all of those individuals under one umbrella and to present a strong, viable option to the population of this country.
Okay. Now, is the Progressive Party still accepting candidates? And if so, how can one join the party?
Sure. So we have not opened nominations for candidates just as yet. We're still receiving membership applications. Anyone wishing to learn more about the party or to sign up for membership or to volunteer can visit progressives.tt. That's our website. You can make a donation, you can volunteer, you can sign up for membership, and we are looking for all hands on deck. Traditionally, these major political parties have simply gone to their major financiers. But this is a party, the Progressive Party, that is looking for the small business persons, the individuals who have something to contribute. So if you're good at graphics, if you can provide a sound system, if you can sponsor a bottle of water, these are some of the things that we need in order to build community and to really allow people to feel as though they have a share in this party. So please feel free to visit us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, as well as on LinkedIn, and of course at progressives.tt.
Now, I have one personal question for you.
Sure.
What inspired you to open this party, the Progressive Party, and how did you come up with the name Progressive Party?
Okay, so back in 2009, I would have had the honor to represent Trinidad and Tobago at the Commonwealth Youth Forum when we hosted the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in this country. And there I really had an opportunity to interact with young people from all over the world. And I was really inspired by the kind of work that young people were doing across the world. And it made me feel as though I too could contribute something, not just to Trinidad and Tobago, but to the world at large. And over the years since then, I've heavily been involved in youth work. I've represented on the Commonwealth Youth Council as one of the 9 executives, and we represented 1.2 billion young people. I served on the Guild of Students in UE. The President Kamuna, called on me to serve in the Senate back in 2017 as an independent senator, the youngest then. And I even served on the Procurement Board of Trinidad and Tobago as part of the first board and as the youngest member. So all of these experiences and many other experiences made me feel as though I had an obligation to represent the voices of people who were not in a position to represent themselves. I worked at the Government Information Services Limited, and I was able to provide coverage for ministers and to really get insight into how the government operates. And when I looked at it, there were many times I felt as though the government was falling short of what it could do. So as a young person, having access to internet, having access to see politics happen around the world, I knew that we were not getting value for money in this country. And so I dreamt big. And you're always hearing older persons say how the young people are the leaders of the future and we have to make the decisions and so forth. And all I was simply doing at that point was heeding the advice of those who have come before me. So the decision really and truly came as a result of me looking at both TNM and UNC and not seeing myself as a young person really fitting into that kind of politics. And so I made a bold decision in 2017 to register the symbol with the Elections and Boundaries Commission. Now, the name Progressive Party really came about in terms of me being fed up with this 3 acronym thing that we do in the Caribbean, PNM, UNC, COP, ILP, all of these things. I wanted to do something different, but still something that we are familiar with or we know. So when I looked at the United States and how they have the Republican Party and they also have the Democratic Party and they're the Republicans and the Democrats, I started to think about a 2-word party and the progressives came to mind because I feel as though we should be focusing on progress and not change. Progress is ever moving forward. Change, you can make a back step, you can come forward, you can go left, you can go right. So the Progressive Party felt like the name in order for me to move forward. So I applied it to the EDC in February of 2017, and my name, my symbol was approved in October of 2017. So I know, and let me just put this on the record, and I will say it plain, the Progressive Empowerment Party, PEP, they have been going around stating that I stole their name. And I want to put on the record that nothing is further from the truth than that. We were registered before the Progressive Empowerment Party, which only became registered in, I believe, February of last year. So anyone can go and check the public gazette and see that information. So I'm not going to spend time defending our name on social media. The facts are there. All persons have to do is the research. But just simply saying the Progressive Party, we believe in progressivism or center-left politics, which simply says that in order to make change in society, we want to do that through social policy and legislative changes to the benefit of all persons. So that really is kind of the history or the description of why Progressive Party.
I want to thank you, Mr. John Paul, for taking the time to talk to us on Real Talk, to let the people understand that there's a new party, where it came from, how it started, and what caused the party to go forward. I do want to thank you again for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. Always a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you, my friend. Viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but stay locked on. I'm Saieed Ali, and this is Real Talk.
These days, it's easy to buy USA products online, but it's hard to get them delivered around the globe due to high shipping costs and custom regulations. At B&H Tropicals Limited, we give you access to thousands of USA stores and unlimited possibilities. B&H is there to make shipping from the US easy and affordable, with rates going at US $2.75, only TT $18.98 per pound. No credit cards needed. Start shipping with B&H Tropicals today. For more information, visit www.bhtropicals.com and become a free member, or call 1-868-672-8819. Only our paid members will have free delivery. At B&H Tropicals Limited, we've got all your shipping needs covered.
Get your ad on the show that matters. Real Talk with Saieed Ali. It's engaging, entertaining, and straight to the point. Real Talk brings the issues of the day to the people. It's Real Talk with Saieed Ali. It's local, regional, and international. It's Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Get your ad now. Call 1-868-237-3135 or 1-868-339-1670.
It's official. Synergy TV is now part of your programming lineup on DirecTV. Find us on channel 134, available for both prepaid and postpaid customers. Synergy TV. Real vibes, real entertainment, real TV. Now transmitting on channel 134 on DirecTV.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers, and I must say, viewers, that the PDP leader, Watson Duke, for Progressive Democratic Patriot leader, Watson Duke, on Friday, October 25th, indicated that he has some bomb to drop. However, we had some rough seas in parts of the islands surrounding Trinidad and Tobago. So I don't know if the bomb that he dropped went to the sea. But nevertheless, however, Friday, October 25th, indicated that he had some bombs to drop. However, Watson Duke just called off Tobago's independence. I guess the bomb did not reach the land but dropped in the sea. It was also announced at Magdalena Grand Hotel that Watson Duke is a candidate for Tobago East. Leader of the PDP, Watson Duke, via a press conference held at the PSA headquarters, indicated that Tobago doesn't want a Trinidad constituency. However, constitution, my mistake. Tobago doesn't want a Trinidad constitution. However, a Tobago constitution. But that didn't give you no right to call off your bombs. You could have still dropped your bombs and indicated what you wanted. It is very simple. I will come here and I will drop a bomb and I will still indicate what I want. So it's just a matter of ways in doing things. Watson Duke noted that Tobagonians are interested in managing its own affairs. Take a look.
After speaking with several Tobagonians, we have come up with a firm point of view that Tobagonians more than ever before are interested in managing their own affairs. We are very much interested in doing that. We are not interested in having Trinidad send to us the old bus, the old typewriter, the old machine, and everything that is old that comes to Tobago. Tobago wants to have its fair share of newness. We want to determine for ourselves those things that are priority to us. The type of healthcare system we should have, the type of educational system we should have, how we should improve our tourism, how we should improve our highways, how we should live among each other, how we should practice our culture, how we should build and boost our economy. Tobago is very much interested in that.
Now viewers, I am going to open the phone lines 238-6716, and my question is to you. Would Tobago survive on its own constitution? Feel free to call in. Yes, no, or if you have a contribution, make it as short as possible, because I want to hear. Now I understand what he's saying, but he should understand, can Tobago do it alone? Caller, good night.
Yes, Saeed, good night, brother.
My brother.
Yes, I believe they can do it alone. You can't say no one say can't do something when they say try. You gotta get that one try. I believe with a good man, I believe that you could make it. The young and strong and able. I love to learn it.
Thank you, my friend. Now viewers, let me hear from you. Tobagonians, feel free to call in, because I know Real Talk is booming in Tobago. So let me hear what you have to say. Could you make it on your own with the Constitution, or can you not make it according to the PDP leader, Watson Duke, who said Tobago wants its own constitution? Are you capable of handling it? Caller, good night.
Good night.
Hello?
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead. Hello, go right ahead.
Yeah, okay. Yes, Tobago can make it on their own. Yeah, good night.
Thank you, my friend. I want to hear from you. We are talking about Trinidad. We are talking about Tobago. Watson Duke wants Tobago to have its own constitution. Can they make it or not? Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, Zaid.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Yes, Zaid. I think Tobago could do it on their own.
Thank you. Now, keep calling in. Let me hear what you have to say. It's about the constitution for Tobago. Moving along, a 29-year-old Miguel Collins was denied bail when he appeared before the Port of Spain Magistrates, Port of Spain 7th Magistrate Court on Thursday, the 24th of October 2019, charged by Child Protection Unit for the offense of sexual penetration and choking with intent of a child. Now you understand why I push for the Child Sex Offender Registry Bill. If found guilty, you will be in that registry with your name and your address and your age and your picture in the public. So now you understand, viewers, why I push for the Child Sex Offender Registry to be up and running. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, Mike.
Go right ahead.
All right. I am hearing that CNG is a drain on the suppliers of fuel to accommodate the state because the cost
is
too exorbitant to do that. Now, CNG from the word go, the company itself, the kind of money they paid to set up that company and have it running. You have a president getting over $100,000 a month in CNG. Then you have carrying a staff with a expenditure of about $20 or $30 million a year. One way or the other, that is paid for directly or indirectly. The other thing is Unipet have a few suppliers who bill in service station and they bill in mega stations.
Yes.
And they're not looking at the assets as they wealth. But they feel that when they invest in these big mega stations, the people who buying cars, they are not making no investment. They're only counting their 1% and 2% profit. Well, let them build a mega gas station and sell themselves with 15% profit. Because the people who buy cars to be the purchasers of the gas, they are no wood. Them have wood because they are making money. All of them who own them big gas stations is multi-millionaires, investing in all kind of things all over the place. But they want to extort from the people who had to buy the gas from them. And they only see it one way, their pocket. You have to look at the people who had to buy cars to go there and gas from them. It's the volume trade that they're making the money on, not the margin. So they're very unfair to the public. They should build 5 more gas stations.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for your contribution. Now back to the 29-year-old who was denied bail. Real Talk understand that on Thursday, 6th October 2016, while at a Chinese restaurant and bar located in Port of Spain, the female victim was sexually assaulted when she went to use the bathroom of the said restaurant. Now, that could have been your daughter. That could have been any one of your daughter in the Port of Spain area there. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saeed.
Good night, my friend.
Mr. Saeed, I'd like to go back to basics, brother, because you are one of these people who really deals with the real stigmatic thing. Listen, you are aware of my case. I was assaulted in my house, in my bedroom, in my living room. After 3 years, Mr. Saeed, you have the record. After 3 years, well, okay, after pulling real strings, I got a deal, I got a hearing in court. Mr. Saeed, what I'm trying to say is that even up to the judiciary, sir, it could be compromised. You know, sir, I got a hearing. When I got a hearing, and I appeared in court, Mr. Saeed, you know, the police, the prosecutor, they could not get the original medical report. You know, the police, the investigating officer, you know, he produced a photocopy, and the magistrate said, we say, well, wait a minute, something was written with a pen here, and the stamp that it put was on the writing. So what I'm saying, Mr. Saeed, in this small island of ours, if me and you, we don't fight for what is right, you know we're going to die, we're going to go down with nothing, our children is going to suffer. Up to the judiciary, Mr. Saeed. You go back to your records and you'll hear my case. You know about it. And I thank you kindly. Thank you, my friend.
Now will you understand why Real Talk push for the child sex offender registry to be up and running? So people like these would understand that when they do their act, they will be labeled all over the country. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saeed. How are you going?
I'm okay, go right ahead.
Today was a very, very trying day at the gas station.
Yes.
And if we have 3 more days like this in the air, nobody needs to campaign again. Because the Prime Minister, Mr. Pip, will no longer be in office. People was that frustrated. And why sit in the gas station waiting for gas for 45 minutes? You know what another gentleman decided to do? Take out a basket and collect money for the assassin. And somebody jump up and say, you go get a lot of money for the assassin, boy. And God, have a nice day.
Thank you, my friend. Now, viewers, listen this closely, eh? You're going to love this. Investigators from the Aruka CID are making inquiries into a report of a threat being made to a prison officer and his uncle after he reportedly broke up a fight between 2 inmates earlier this month. Police reports indicated that the said prison officer was on duty at the Golden Grove Raymond facility in Aruka. Now, at around 4 p.m. on October 15th, when the officer broke up a fight between 2 inmates, one of whom was charged for the possession of a firearm and was awaiting bail. When he eventually received bail, the officer told police that the inmate went to a garage and spoke to the officer's uncle, where he threatened to kill the officer, uncle, and family. So you see what is taking place? The inmates threatened the officer, uncle, and family to kill them. Let me tell you something. Threat to an officer is taken very seriously by the armed force of Trinidad and Tobago. So if that inmate decides to pull the trigger on the prison officer and his uncle and family, how fast can the TTPS get this individual? Keep that in mind. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead.
Now, you see, when somebody dies, you usually say about the things that they did while they were living. Right? This fellow with Bernard who died, Chief Justice, the Past Justice.
Yes.
There's 2 incidents come to mind. One was with a boy in El Chicoro by the gas station on the highway there, a carnival Saturday or Sunday night. I can't remember. His name was Jagisa. The boy was about 20, 21 years old. And there was an officer. It is there in the archives, you could go and get it. An officer who was an inspector named Regis hit him a gun butt on his head, and he fell and died. He went to jail, and when this fellow named Bernard come Chief Justice, they recalled the case and set him free. They get this fellow named Devines, who's a pathologist, to change it and say when he hit the ground, then his brain get damaged and he died. The next one was with an inspector named Williams in Santa Cruz. There was a young man there named Ismail Ali. When a house built on a hill, and your house living above mine, your floor almost on my roof. When you go to shoot Oliers, or you shoot the down or up in the sky, he shoot the boy in the back from upstairs and say that he was shooting away the Oliers, and he gets shot. He also gets a jail. And that same Clinton Bernard free him and sign it in a way that not cannot be appealed again. So when you see this time, what I'm saying, when people die, then you have to talk about the things that they do. And he did that when PNM on the run for the 30 years straight. And this fella they call Watson Duke. I read an article in one of the dailies. I don't want to advertise none on your show. There's an article there stating, I wonder if you want independence so you don't have to face the alleged rape charge in Trinidad. Have a good evening, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Here it is. Here it is. And I was waiting for this. A High Court judge is again advocating for police officers who run into difficulties with the law and breach their authority in the exercising of their duties to bear the financial burden imposed by virtue of their unacceptable conduct. The judge noted that persons should be held to account. Their jobs should be placed on the line, and their pockets should bear the financial burden. The judge noted that it is too frequent that the state and taxpayers are burdened with liabilities for the guilty actions of police officers. Let me just remind you all something. I often say, when a police officer comes to arrest you, go in peace. You will have your day. But when you retaliate and you cause the officer to act in a forceful manner, it will hamper you. It will bring body harm to the individual that the officers are arresting. Now, I want you to understand this. This statement could go both ways. It could go both ways. The officer could come for you, you would retaliate, and a fight would break out, where the officer now would left to do nothing else but to defend himself by applying force. So hence the reason why I keep telling you all, when they come for you, put on your silver bracelet and go. Do like Marlene McDonald. You will have your day in court. But now the judge wants police officers, when legal action are taken against TTPS, the judge wants officers to dig into their pocket and pay instead of the state paying. This could go both ways. Now, individuals would want when an officer comes to arrest them, they would willfully put up a fight, knowing that they will get financial assistance from the state for their damages. So it could work both ways. This is a serious piece of legislation or law if it comes into effect, And you know what the Commissioner of Police would want to instill? One shot, one kill. Take what I'm telling you. One shot, one kill. Am I right? Listen to this. Fine. Comedy fined 5,000 by a Sugar's magistrate earlier this month for stealing a tool from a relative. A man stole 10,000 from another relative to pay the fine and is now in police custody. So this guy went, he thieved something, they caught him, he have a fine to pay, and he gone back and thief now in order to pay for this. Viewers, we are out of time. We have 2 minutes again. Viewers, we are out of time for tonight, but join me tomorrow for another episode of Real Talk with Saieed Ali. And I just want to touch on a matter, viewer. We have... Now, viewers, you all heard what happened to Nikki Crosby? Actress and comedian Nikki Crosby has reported an act of sexual assault against her to police in Italy. Nikki Crosby made the announcement via her official Facebook page on Tuesday. Nikki Crosby indicated that she was standing outside of a hotel awaiting a taxi when 2 Russian men approached her, wanting to take a photo, in which one of the men violently grabbed her breast. In a video footage posted to Nikki Crosby's official Facebook page, it showed one of the alleged Russian men being taken into custody. I do hope that she is getting over the incidents, and I wish her all the best in this recovery. Viewers, we are out of time for tonight, but a rerun of this program is at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. We will be right back with you Wednesday night, Real Talk with Saieed Ali. The Diwali season have just finished. Now Christmas is in the air, Parang is in the air. Be safe, don't drink and drive, you know it's against the law, and I will be right back with you on Thursday night.